Racism, loss, and outright hatred. Despite all of their career success, Tia and Tamera Mowry have had to endure their share of tragedy. Starring in the popular sitcom Sister Sister from 1994 to 1999 made Tia and Tamera Mowry household names. The show pulled in huge ratings. Tia told Entertainment Tonight in 2020 that at one point, the series was bringing in bigger numbers than Friends. As a result of their success, the twins hope to appear on the cover of a magazine that was very popular at the time. Although they have not revealed the name of the magazine, Tia shared that she and her sister were denied a spot on the cover because of prejudice, recalling, "We were told that we couldn't be on the cover of the magazine because we were Black and we would not sell."
And it still affects me, how someone could demean your value because of the color of your skin.
The star also noted that she wishes she had the courage to call out that kind of behavior back then. But Tia isn't letting the cycle of prejudice continue. She makes sure her kids know their value, affirming how beautiful and smart they are. She said, "Because I know what it feels like for someone that you've looked up to, for someone to devalue your worth, and I don't ever want my children to ever feel that." In the wake of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd's deaths and the Black Lives Matter movement in 2020, Tia Mowry took to social media to discuss some examples of racism and privilege she witnessed and experienced while growing up. She explained in an Instagram post, "Mom is Black and Dad is white. It was very clear to me seeing the privilege that my dad had as opposed to my mother." The star went on to describe one frequent example from their sister days, recalling that when they traveled first class, flight attendants would regularly assume their mom, Darlene Mowry, wasn't in the correct section. Tia went on to detail another incident, recalling, "We were buying our first home as a family. My mother walked in the house model with us asking for a brochure. A person had said the houses were sold out. My dad walked in and it was a different story." In her post, Tia explained that this kind of racial profiling happened a lot and it continues to affect her, and she's still waiting to see change. On a 2023 episode of the Cool Mom Code podcast, Tia said it's part of the reason why she and her sister identify as Black and not biracial.
I have seen and felt her struggles as being a Black woman.
In recent years, more and more child stars have opened up about the pressures of fame and growing up in front of the camera. Christina Ricci has called out how she was sexualized when she was a teenager. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, who've since retreated from the spotlight, have recalled feeling like trained animals during their lucrative acting career. Unfortunately, it was no different for the Mowry sisters. In her cookbook, Whole New You, Tia Mowry opened up about turning to diet pills at a young age, writing, "I didn't feel fat, but the pressure of being on television and wanting to look sexy and beautiful took over. I'm not proud of it. I got skinny, true, but the pills caused my heart to race, and I knew in my gut that I was hurting myself." The Family Reunion star also told Entertainment Tonight that her insecurity stemmed from her and her sister Tamera Mowry Housley being two of very few young Black girls in the entertainment industry. She explained, "I would also feel insecure about my hair because being young and being in this business, I never saw girls like me. I never saw girls that, were embracing their curls, or I never saw curly hair being portrayed as beautiful." She added that increased representation was one of the things that ultimately helped her change her mindset and embrace loving herself as she is. Pay disparity is definitely not just an issue in Hollywood, but the topic within the entertainment industry has received considerable media attention because more actors than ever before are speaking out and being transparent about their salaries. More often than not, female actors have had to fight to be paid what they deserve, and it's an all too frequent occurrence, with Academy Award-winning star Octavia Spencer vocalizing how women of color are often not paid the same as their white female co-stars as well. This is something Tia Mowry and Tamera Mowry Housley unfortunately had to experience from a young age. Despite being the stars of one of the most popular sitcoms of the 90s, the twins found it very difficult to get raises and fair pay for their work.
It was always so hard for my sister and I to get what we felt like we deserved.
It was only toward the end of the show's run that they were fairly compensated for their roles, which Tamera told Essence was entirely thanks to their mom, who believed in and championed them. She said, "My sister and I became at one point one of the highest paid actresses on a preteen family show, and it started with my mom and us knowing our worth and again vocalizing what we believe is right." Tia Mowry has suffered from eczema ever since she was a child, saying in a chat with InStyle, "I grew up with symptoms, not knowing that's what I had until I was in my mid-20s." She also revealed to People magazine that the condition was misdiagnosed for years and that a lack of representation played a major role in her delayed diagnosis, despite eczema being a prominent condition within the African American community. Eczema can present in different ways for different people. For her, it looked like spots concentrated around her back and her arms, but they were very itchy. Darlene Mowry took her daughter to the doctor when she was a child, worried that it could be eczema, a condition she suffers from herself. However, Tia was told they were sunspots, which she now knows they were not. It took years for Tia to get an answer, but she's passionate about making sure other young Black girls don't feel alone the way she did. So now she's speaking out about her experience and calling out the lack of representation in the beauty industry. She told People, "When you see someone that resonates with you or that looks like you, it makes a huge impact." Tia Mowry was the first of the Mowry twins to get married, tying the knot with Corey Hardrict in 2008 after 8 years of dating. Tamera Mowry Housley followed suit 3 years later, marrying Fox News correspondent Adam Housley in 2011. Tamera and Adam are still going strong today, but they've had to weather a few storms, including one early in their marriage. During an appearance on Oprah's Where Are They Now special in January 2014 with her sister, Tamera revealed that she was subject to a barrage of hateful messages online after tying the knot with her husband.
I've never experienced so much hate ever in my life.
Tamera recalled that the comments about her marriage to a white man got even worse when she was compared to her sister. She said, "This is the big one. They say, oh, Tia's a true Black woman because she married a Black man." Tamera was horrified by the hateful, racist comments. They particularly bothered her because she comes from a biracial family too. However, she chose not to let the comments affect her and instead celebrate her happy and loving marriage. Tia Mowry and Corey Hardrict welcomed their first child, son Cree, in 2011. Their family grew again in 2018 when daughter Cairo arrived. However, it was a difficult road for the sister-sister star. In a 2021 interview with Romper, she opened up about her fertility journey in the hope that her story might make other women in similar circumstances feel less alone. She said, "I was diagnosed with something called endometriosis, which is a highly inflammatory condition that can cause infertility. My whole world was turned upside down with the diagnosis." She underwent 2 surgeries to treat the disease and completely overhauled her diet, cutting out any food linked to inflammation. Happily, she found success with the changes, but it didn't magically fix the problem, and Tia admitted to People in 2016 that she and her then-husband had been trying for a second child for a while. A few years later, everything had changed. To celebrate her daughter's 3rd birthday, the actor posted on Instagram and shared a candid message with fans, writing, "I am so glad I didn't give up. Cairo, you have changed my life in so many beautiful ways. Being your mother brings me so much joy." Tamera Mowry Housley and her husband Adam were left brokenhearted when their niece Elena Housley was killed during the mass shooting at Borderline Bar in Thousand Oaks on November 8, 2018. The bar was a frequent haunt of college students, and Elena had gone there with her friends but was later confirmed missing after a gunman opened fire on the bar during the early hours of the morning. After hours of frantic searching and worry, Tamera and her husband issued a statement confirming that, tragically, their niece was one of the 12 victims in the shooting. Tamera was very close with her niece, who served as a bridesmaid in her 2011 wedding. She first met Elena, who is the daughter of Adam's brother, when she was just 5 years old. From then on, the actor affectionately referred to her niece as her favorite Housley. On November 9th, Tamera took to Instagram to share a sweet tribute to Elena, writing, "You stole my heart. I will miss our inside jokes, us serenading at the piano. I love you, I love you, I love you. You are gonna make one gorgeous angel." Just a few months after Elena Housley's death, Tamera Mowry Housley and her sister suffered the tragic loss of their grandmother. Tamera lovingly called her Grandma Chloe and paid a sweet tribute to her on Instagram after she died of cancer, writing, "You are the strongest person I know. You are the matriarch of our family. Every good thing trickles down from you. You amaze me every day with your strength and unconditional love." Tia Mowry didn't post online about their grandmother's death. However, she did post a sweet snap of herself and her kids sitting together a few days later on Instagram. Alongside it, she wrote, "The only thing we never get enough of is love." Tia Mowry met Corey Hardrict in 1999 on the set of the independent horror flick Hollywood Horror. After a year of friendship, they officially started dating, with the family reunion star telling People, "We've never followed what other people thought we should have been doing. We've always followed what was right for us." However, after just shy of a quarter of a century together, the couple decided to call it quits. They released a statement saying they would move forward as friends and co-parents. In the months since their separation, Tia has been more open about the difficult split, and she admitted to People that decision was partly for her kids, saying, "For them, seeing their mother walk in truth, I feel like it's a great lesson for them because it was not an easy decision. But if they see that mommy can do it, they can say, my mommy is living and chasing her truth." She also added that the pursuit of truth is a gift she can give them to inspire them to be their most authentic selves as they grow up. Since her separation, she's been unapologetically herself on social media. She shared a video of herself on Instagram dancing at home with a huge grin on her face and the caption, "Prioritizing joyfulness has been top of mind for me lately." Her twin, Tamera Mowry Housley, is happy to see her sister start this new chapter.
I know it's because she is living her authentic, true self.
Yeah.